Welcome to School of Prop, the series that provides a quick and simple breakdown of Arizona's statewide propositions. My name is Preston Swan, and today we are talking about Proposition 128, with the Arizona legislative changes to ballot initiatives with invalid provisions amendment. If approved, Prop 128 would allow the Arizona State Legislature to amend or repeal voter-approved propositions that have been declared unconstitutional or illegal by the courts. Now, this prop was put on the ballot by the state legislature, and since it's numbered in the 100s, that means it's a change to the state's constitution. So the legislature is asking if we're okay with them changing citizen-led propositions, as long as parts of that prop are found illegal? Let's dig into this one a little bit. In 1998, Arizona voters approved Prop 105, also known as the Voter Protection Act. Prop 105 blocked the legislature from amending or repealing voter-approved propositions. If they wanted to change one, they'd have to put it on the ballot for us citizens to decide. That way, it would be harder for politicians to change things they didn't like without first asking the citizens. But there was still one way for the legislature to amend or repeal voter-approved props: if they can get 3/4 votes in both legislative chambers. And given today's political climate, that seems pretty unlikely. Today, Prop 128 would create a bit of a workaround to that. If approved, Prop 128 would let the legislature amend or repeal some voter-approved props on their own, but only the ones found illegal. Arizona isn't alone in how we handle our propositions. About half the states in the U.S. have some kind of proposition or ballot initiative process. But Arizona and California are the only states that block the legislature from changing voter-approved ballot initiatives. 10 states have some kind of restriction for changing a prop, and 11 other states have no restriction on it at all. Supporters of Prop 128 say that the legislature needs the ability to respond to current events. They say the legislature shouldn't have their hands tied by past voter decisions that don't hold up in court. Opponents of Prop 128 say that this is a power play by the legislature to get around the Voter Protection Act and the will of the voters, and that it could be abused to make changes to hot topics. For example, the Red for Ed movement over the last few years resulted in a proposition that received voter approval to change some education spending, but was then blocked by the state Supreme Court because some parts of it were considered unenforceable. If that happened under Prop 128, the legislature would then have the ability to make changes to education funding without direct voter approval. Should Arizona allow our legislature to amend or repeal voter-approved props that have been declared unconstitutional or illegal by the courts? Well, that's up to you. From School of Prop, I'm Preston Swan, and this November, it's your vote.